There we go. Good morning, everybody, or anybody for that matter. I don't think anybody's here yet. Just me and Reba on the porch having some coffee this morning. Oh, I woke up way too early today, so thought I'd come and hang out with y'all for a little bit before we went up to Amish country. I don't smell the smoke today. It's a little foggy, but it doesn't seem to be smoky as it was. AP, good morning. Lone Prepper, good morning. How are you guys doing today? Oh, I'm not awake. I think I froze. Sometimes I turn the camera off to get. There we go. There we go. Sometimes it wants to freeze when I first started up. I don't know if it's YouTube or my internet or StreamYard. I don't know what does it, but YouTube's been a little funky lately, so I don't know. It might be YouTube. But I'm just sitting on the porch having my morning coffee with Miss Reba. Mrs. OVP still asleep. But I woke up a little early and thought I'd come and hang out with y'all for a while before we got ready to head up to Amish country for the day. Oops, pushed the wrong button on my phone. Hate when I do that. Anybody got any big plans for this weekend? I know most people still got to go to work today. I work 410s most of the time, so I will work a Friday from here from time to time, but most of the time I'm off on Friday. So having me some coffee from up in Amish country, which I'm going to have to snatch some more while we're up there today because it is good stuff. I don't drink it every day because I save it. Oh, Little Lone Prepper, it's awesome up there. We do our grocery shopping up there, which we kind of needed to go a week or so ago, but we figured since we were going to go up there today anyway, that we would just hold off. So we're going to go eat at Mrs. Yoder's with Granny's Country Corner is coming. JD Prepping is coming. CUCB Farmer is coming. And of course, their spouses are coming too. And Teresa Buchanan is coming. We're all going to meet up there and we're going to have some good food at Mrs. Yoder's kitchen. And who knows what we're getting into after that. I'll take some video of anyone who wants to be videoed. Yep, Little Lone Prepper. That's kind of how the rest of my weekend after today is. I don't really have any big plans or anything. There's a couple things I want to get done, but tomorrow we're supposed to have rain and storms, and so I might not do much anything tomorrow. Sleep in and hang out with the dog. Mrs. OVP has to work in the morning, but she only works about 5 or 6 hours. She's usually home around noon or 1 o'clock. So maybe we'll just watch a movie or something and hang out since it's not going to be very nice outside. So did y'all listen to Trump's speech last night? I listened to it, and then I went to bed, which is kind of why I'm up so early, because I went to bed too early. It wasn't. I was wondering if the whole election fraud thing was just the cover story and he was going to announce something else, but nope, it wasn't. That was it. So I wasn't that impressed. So, oh, see if I can turn this camera back on if it works now. There we go. Sometimes if I let it run with the camera off for a while, then it seems to be okay. Nope, it's still not one. I can see I'm froze. All right, well, we'll just turn it back off then. There we go. That's better. I don't know why it does that, but you can hear the birds in the background. It's actually kind of cool this morning for a change. It's been awful, pretty hot this week, but it's not today. It's all right this morning. At least not like yesterday. Now, Amish country is a little north of here, and the farther north you go, the more into the smoke you get. So we may run into some when we get up there later on, but yesterday it wasn't too bad in the morning, but it got worse as the day went on. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. By late afternoon, it was pretty bad out. I actually took yesterday off as a vacation day. So I got a few things done yesterday. I moved my solar node from my Meshtastic system up a lot higher than it was. So hopefully we can get a little more reception from it that way. Yeah, you didn't miss much, little lone prepper. It was just, I mean, he was talking about a Chinese conspiracy and people in the government uh, plotting to rig the elections. And, it was nothing that most of us didn't already know, or at least just have suspicions about. So I don't know. I watched it because like I said, I thought maybe that was a cover story, that it was going to be about the election and he was going to come out and announce something else. But he didn't. So, and yeah, there's nothing wrong with taking a little break from the news for your mental health because it's been crazy lately. 2026 has not been boring so far, that's for sure. Do you see the floods they had in Texas? Man, it's bad down there. Then they had a water main break in LA, flooded a bunch of like Sunset Boulevard, some of the other places. But I was talking to Fernando yesterday, God's Prepared Warrior, and he's having a bug out weekend in November in Kerrville, Texas, and that was one of the places that got just hammered yesterday with flood. I seen a lot of pictures and stuff. It was bad. So hopefully that doesn't change the plans any. I know it's a long way to November, but I mean, you look down by Mark's area where they had the hurricane come through and flooded a bunch of places. It's still a mess down there, and it's been what, 2 years? No, a little over a year. But still, it's still a mess down there. So hopefully that doesn't mess up Fernando's plans because we plan on going to Texas in November. Little bug out weekend, Texas style. My little dog says, "Dad, it's too early to be up." She says, "I don't know why we're up this early." And the other one is watching the neighborhood. You see anything out there, Chewy? No, I don't see nothing either. I hear some birds. That's about it. They're probably hoping a squirrel comes wandering along. Little Lone Prepper, we must be the only ones up this early. Normally I'm not up this early, but I got up early yesterday after working Wednesday night. So after Trump got done last night, I went to bed. And about 7 or 8 hours is about all I can sleep. So I had the alarm set for 7:30. I woke up about 5:30. Thought, well, whatever, that's close enough. So I thought I'd do a little live stream, hang out with you guys today for a little bit before we got ready to go up to Amish country. And have some good food and hang out with some good people and enjoy our day. Hopefully it's not too smoky up that way. I don't know. Yeah, a little on prepper. I am too on my days off. On my work days, I work until 2 o'clock in the morning. So by the time I get to bed, it's somewhere between 3 and 3:30. So I usually don't get up till somewhere between 10 and 11. But on my days off, like my first day off, I usually get up early. So then I go to bed at a decent time, and then I'm up early the rest of the week. And I try to stay up kind of late on Sunday so that I don't get up too early Monday morning and then have to work until 2 o'clock in the morning. So, yeah, I like mornings. Sit out here and drink coffee before the rest of the world gets up and moving. Like I said, it's kind of cool this morning. It's down in the 60s. I think the Weather Channel said 62, which is a lot cooler than it's been lately. So we had kind of a heat wave this week. We had a few days in the mid 90s. I see next week we're going to have some cool days, actually. I think it was Tuesday or Wednesday. It was already supposed to be like 74 for a high, which is actually below average for this time of year. So I guess we're making up for the above average. Not many people in here. I thought more people would be up this time of day. Other than us. Hey, we will be having Leonard Mountain Homestead on 0 hour this Sunday. So don't miss that. Chris and Amy's good people. Somebody else is letting their dogs out this morning. So don't miss that. Yeah, I agree, Little Lone Prepper. It's nice being up before the rest of the world gets up and starts causing chaos. Nice and quiet. Hear the birds. And I like the early mornings and the late at nights after everybody else has went to sleep. We need to. Luke's in here. Oh, hey, good morning, Luke. You've been up since 4, huh? Yeah, usually on my work days, like I said, I'm not in bed till 3:30. So I'm usually asleep until 10 or 11. But my days off, I like to get up early. I don't like wasting the day. So I try to get up early and get things done. And like I said, we got plans today, so we're gonna go up and hang out in Amish country and eat at Mrs. Yoder's kitchen, the world famous Mrs. Yoder's kitchen, which is kind of funny because it's in Mount Hope, Ohio, which I don't know what the population of Mount Hope is, but it's not very big, maybe a couple hundred. It is a tiny little town with a famous restaurant and a big hotel. They have a big hotel because they have a big auction barn there that they have some huge auctions at. LMDMT, good morning. How are you? Rise and shine time. I'm just out here having my morning coffee and hanging out with the dog. Oh, okay. Yeah, we got, like I said, that's kind of why we're going to Amish country. We got some. Hey, Pilgrim, good morning. Oh, Chewy, knock it off. What do you see, a bird or something? Granny's Country Kitchen, if y'all watch Granny. Country Corner, sorry, not Country Kitchen. Is actually going to be in town. And Coffee and Barks, yep. And CB Farmer and JD Prepping and Tracy Buchanan, we're all going to meet up at Mrs. Yoder's Kitchen in Amish country. Oh, Luke, that sounds good. And just kind of spend the day hanging out in Amish country. And I actually haven't met any of these people in person except JD. I've met JD a couple of times, but JD and his wife. So yeah, we're gonna go hang out in Amish country and meet up with some of our YouTube family and hang out for the day and eat some good food, and who knows what we'll get into after that. Like I said, we do have to hit the Amish grocery store before we come home. Which, one thing about Amish country is they're not like us. They do not keep their stores and stuff open late. Like, they are very adamant about being home for dinner. So it's kind of like the way things worked when I was a kid back in the 70s. They roll up the sidewalks at 5 o'clock and shut everything down. I think the grocery store is the thing that's open the latest, and I think it closes at 6. So they're very adamant about their home time, which honestly, I love that. I wish the rest of the world would do that. You know, we spend too much time away from our families working and everything else. Things don't need to be open all night. If you're anywhere in the neighborhood of my age, you remember back in the 70s and 80s when Chewy, I don't even see anything. You barking at leaves blowing around or something. But anyway, back in the 70s and 80s when everything was closed down at 5 or 6 o'clock. And on Sundays, you couldn't even get gas. Thanks, Pilgrim. Appreciate it. But yeah, like I said, on a Sunday, you couldn't even get gas. Maybe the truck stop was open. We do have a truck stop. Maybe you could run down there and get gas, but that was about it. And the world was just so much simpler back then, wasn't it? Maybe you got a leaf on your tail. Oh, Luke, that sounds good. Yeah, I'm leaving the dog at home today. I know a lot of people. Yeah, get a chance to go to Lehman's. Yeah, Lehman's is that's a good place up in Orville. Or is it in Kidron? Oh, it's in Kidron. Yeah. Yeah, some of them wanted to meet Reba, but I can't take the dog. It's going to be too hot today. But she will go to sometime along here. I haven't got a date for that yet, but the Duke. Yeah, Trent's going to have a cookout. I think he said sometime in August before school starts, so he should be getting a date for that. I'm assuming here pretty soon. I was going to text him and ask him if he had one yet, but I didn't bother. Somebody was asking me yesterday, and I said, no, I haven't heard a date yet, so I'm sure he's working on it. Trent's a busy guy. Of course, aren't we all right now? But yeah, Miss Reba will be going to the cookout. I know Bailey is looking forward to that. She said she's just hanging out with Reba. Oh, LMDNT, that's a great idea. I love it. I need to get out and do a night in the woods too. Haven't had a chance lately, but I got a lot of my stuff caught up now, so I should be having some time here coming up. I may get out and do that pretty soon. Maybe we'll bug out with the dog. Reba, you want to go bug out? Try to figure out why we're up this early. Yeah, right, little lone prepper. Yeah, those were the days, I'm telling you. This life was so much simpler. People now would complain, well, what if I want this at 8 or 9 o'clock at night? Well, you back then we just knew, all right, if we need something, we got to get it before, whatever time everything closes down. Oh, I hope so, LMDMT. Like I said, it wasn't a big deal. You knew everything closed at a certain time, so you just made sure you had what you need before that. Yeah, that's a possibility. Right. If you didn't get to someplace in time, you just went without till the next day or whatever. Of course, I lived in a small town. Well, I still do, same town. But my grandparents and parents, they canned and everything else. So, you really didn't need a lot of stuff. You planned your grocery trip for the week or every couple of weeks. And, you just you might need a loaf of bread here or there or something like that. But you didn't really need to go out shopping as much. And we didn't eat out very often. There was no DoorDash. I swear half the population lives on DoorDash around here. Something ever happened where we had a long-term power outage or something, half the population is starved to death. The human race is much more unprepared than they used to be. Back when we were kids, what our parents and grandparents and that did wasn't considered prepping like they, consider it now. It was just normal. You canned stuff out of your garden, and everybody had a garden. My grandparents actually had a garden outside of town that we would go out and tend. It was pretty good size. I mean, they grew a lot of stuff. Luke, we've used it before. Not very often, but we have done it. Not because we couldn't have cooked if we wanted to, but a lot of the population, if they don't get DoorDash, they don't eat. we were just being lazy a couple of times and went, hey, we'll just, hey, Parkside, good morning. How you doing? To order something. Not that we couldn't have went out and made food and ate just fine, but sometimes you get busy and you just go, you know what, it's convenient. And it is convenient. But I wouldn't like live on it. We probably do it maybe once a month, maybe every couple of months. I don't know. Not very often. And we did do it once this week because, again, we needed to go to the grocery store, but we go to the grocery store up in Amish country because I will not shop at Walmart or Kroger's. And that's the only other two choices. So, but Amish country is about a half an hour drive to get there. So, we kind of planned that ahead of time. And since we were going out there today anyway, we just skipped. We should have went last week is when we kind of needed to go to the grocery store. But since we were going out this week anyway, we just said, well, we'll just hold off and we'll just do all that in one trip next week. So we will be hitting the Amish grocery store today. We go to Troyer's in Berlin. Yeah, LMDNT, it is kind of nice being close to the Amish that we can go out there and get stuff. Dana, good morning. How are you this morning? So, yeah, so that's where we do our grocery shopping, just because we don't trust the big chain stores anymore. They're more convenient. Maybe a little. Same thing with Kroger. Maybe 2 miles, 2.5. I mean, it's they're much more convenient, but we don't trust them. So, yeah, little on prepper. That's a good point. Oh, okay, LMDNT. Yeah, there you go. But yeah, we just don't trust the big chain stores. I mean, not with the stuff they're putting in our food. The Amish grocery store, everything there is made or grown or raised by the Amish. And some of the stuff that they raise here, they trade with the other Amish communities for some of the stuff that they grow. Like the coffee doesn't come from my little area. They get it from the Amish community that grows coffee down south. They just trade them, whatever, some of the produce, I think it is. And then so that way their stores stocked with stuff that they don't grow around here, but it's still all made by the Amish. So, oh, and the food is so much better. You can tell a difference. Yeah, LMDMT, exactly. Yeah, Dana, it's getting bad. You can't eat the food. You can't drink the water because of the data centers. You can't breathe the air because Canada's burning down. Like I said, I don't smell the smoke today. It's a little hazy, but it was foggy when I woke up, so I don't know if it's just the fog hasn't all burnt off yet, or if it is a little smoke, but I don't smell it. So yesterday, man, you could smell it. It was bad. That, Prepper, that's funny. Yeah, some of the thrift stores and that up there, or not the thrift stores, but some of the Amish made stuff isn't actually Amish made. Huh. Janet, good morning, by the way. That's interesting. Well, I know the one we go to gets all their stuff from the Amish community. So, but yeah, like I said, I don't smell the smoke today. So, hopefully, it's not as bad as it was yesterday. It didn't start off bad yesterday, but by yesterday afternoon, it was pretty hazy out. Not as bad as it was up north, but still, it was bad enough. Yeah, there is touristy parts of Amish country. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that's coming over from the other direction. I swear we can't win. Like I said, 2026 has not been boring so far. We still got quite a ways to go. So who knows what we're getting into by the end? Keep wondering what they're going to throw at us next. The good news is we don't have any of that parasite thing going on down here yet. That's another reason I don't want to shop at the big chain stores. Wow, LMDNT, that's bad. But yeah, that last I heard, the parasite thing was mainly in Michigan and the northwestern counties in Ohio. They finally linked it to, I can't remember the name of the company. It was selling lettuce to Taco Bell. That was one of the things I saw in the news this morning. Of course, everybody knows what Taco Bell does to your intestines anyway. So, yeah, I don't want that thing. It doesn't sound good. Yes, don't buy bag lettuce. Yeah, you can't eat healthy unless you grow your own food or get it from Amish country or both. Chewy, that's just Rico. You know that dog. Chewy. He's been out here the whole time. What? I don't see anything. What are you barking at? This way. Hey, this way. There you go. Now they're going to go bark at something. I don't even see anything. Joey. I have no idea what he's barking at. Yeah, Taylor Produce. Yeah, Janet, that's it. You're right. Yep. Reba, that's the most pathetic bark I've ever heard. Reba. Yeah, deer like to get in your garden, that's for sure. Chewy! Good. Oh, that's what it is. I see it. We got a squirrel. Yep, they have found the squirrel. Now that's Chewy barking. Reba, you might every now and then hear this real tiny little wolf. That's Reba. Chewy, it's a squirrel. And I don't even know where. Oh, there it goes. It's up the tree. I think it's teasing them. Nah, 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 nah. Nothing better than a squirrel. That's about the only thing Reba will bark at. Oh, there it goes. Reba, that's a pathetic little bark. Chewy! You can bark at it all you want. It ain't coming down. Chewy, that's enough. Chewy. Chewy, knock it off. Gotta love a good squirrel in the morning. Like I said, that's about the only thing Reba will bark at's a squirrel. Other than that, she pretty much don't pay attention to anything. Now Chewy barks at like leaves blowing around and just about anything. He's harmless, but at least he warns us when there's things around. He's as harmless as Reba is, but like I said, at least he likes to bark at things so we know if something's going on. So he might scare away a burglar or something just because he does bark, but if they actually knew the dog, they'd be like, yeah, he's not going to hurt me at all. I don't know where he went, guys. I'm kind of glad he's gone. LMD, yours don't like birds. Chewy will bark at a bird. I have seen Reba bark at a bird, but it's rare. Oh, yeah, Janet, I can understand that. Yep, sometimes you just got to disconnect, take a few days off, and not listen to the craziness that's going on. Oh, now the squirrel's on the telephone wire or the electric wire. He's leaving you guys. He's had enough. That's funny, LMDNT. Yeah, that's how ours would be. If the burglar actually came in, they'd be like, hey, when you get done mutilating my people's bodies, could you pet me and give me a biscuit on your way out? Yeah, they're harmless. It's called epic fail for a guard dog. But we love them. They're good dogs. Chew, you're a good boy. Let me see if I can get this camera to work again now without it freezing up on me. There we go. Hopefully it doesn't freeze up on me. And they looking good. I don't know what it is with the camera lately, but I'm watching my phone to see if I'm froze. Joey, get up there. Go on. Well, you just rocked off. Keep a lookout. Chewy, where'd your squirrel go? Chewy. He keeps eye out over the neighborhood. Yeah. Janet, we had a lot of smoke yesterday. You could smell it. It was bad. I don't smell it. It was foggy when I woke up, so I'm not sure if it's smoke or if it's all the fog hasn't burned off yet. I'm not sure. I don't smell it like I did yesterday, so the sun comes up a little bit. We'll see if it burns this off, so we know if it's smoke or if it's hey, good morning, Canadian. Be careful. Have a good day at work. Yeah, so I don't know if it's smoke or if it's fog, but I don't smell it like I did yesterday. So hopefully it's just fog. But we're going to be heading north here, in a couple hours. And the farther north you go, the more into the smoke you get. So I guess I'll turn this back. There we go. So we might run into some smoke later on today, but Reba, did you see a squirrel? Reba, did you see a squirrel? Was there a squirrel? What, you want to come up and say hi? Come on. Oh, you have to go the other way. Oh, you're going that way. Okay. You're going to sit in the chair. Hi, baby. Yeah, come over here. Come on. Come on. Oh, goodness gracious. There. Say hi to everybody. There. Look. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi. Did you see a squirrel? Did you see a squirrel, Snorty? Did you see a squirrel? There was a squirrel, huh? Yeah, a squirrel. King Corso, good morning. How are you this morning? We're not really talking about anything. Smoke in the air, and squirrels. Oh, no, Reba, did you see a squirrel? Did you see a squirrel? Was there a squirrel in your yard? Well, not in your yard, but in the tree next door. Yeah, Chew's keeping watch. Oh, you're going back over to your chair? Okay. Oh, there you go. Hey, CR, good morning. How are you doing this morning? Like I said, I'm just having some coffee and hanging out because I got up too early. I gotta get off here in no. Yeah, but yeah, turn his camera off, I guess. There we go. Well, chat just went flying by. Oh, okay. Yeah, there's a lot of Amish in Ohio. Greenman coming. Yeah, Janet, I believe that. I know I work in a machine shop, and doesn't seem like it's affected us yet, but I'm waiting for it. Hey, Granny, good morning. You're on the way. All right, cool. We won't leave here until about 9:30. Huh. That's good to know, guys, that there's yeah, the supply chain is going to take a hit. I mean, the strait's still closed, and it's just making a mess. Yep, we're meeting Granny up in Amish country later on today. Lumber, yeah. Yeah, oh yeah, that Texas flooding's bad. Like I said, I don't know if you were here when I was talking about Fernando and his bug out weekend down in oh, now I can't remember the name of the place. But anyway, yeah, they had some huge floods down there yesterday. He sent me some pictures and stuff. It was bad. So keep them in your prayers. Kerrville. Yeah, it was Kerrville. That's what it was. Yeah, Fernando's fine. But Kerrville is where he was going to have his bug out weekend. And hopefully that didn't put any dents in that plans. I know that's not till November, but man, I mean, it was bad. Oh, you got smoke, Granny? Yeah, you're. I know right now you're a little north of me. So, like I said, I'm not sure if this is smoke or fog, but I don't smell it like I did yesterday. So I don't know. The sky looks a little bit orange, so it's probably smoke, but it doesn't have the smell it did yesterday. At least not right now, anyway. Yesterday you could smell it. It was bad. Oh wait, what happened to Dana? I missed something. Yesterday, your eyes were watering. Yeah, the further north you go, the worse it gets. I know I seen some pictures out of Cleveland, and man, it was bad up there. Now, I've been through something like that before when I lived in Vegas. I woke up one day, walked outside, and you literally couldn't see 3 feet in front of you. All the smoke from one of the California wildfires had settled in the Clark County and in the Vegas Valley, and you couldn't. I mean, it was bad. You could not literally. You couldn't see anything. Trying to drive, and you could barely see the front end of your car. It was bad. That wasn't near that bad here, but yeah, we had quite a bit of smoke yesterday. Like I said, yesterday when I was on Billy's live, it oh, ACR, yeah, it was nuts. I woke up and went, it can't be foggy because there's no humidity out there, so you don't get fog. I looked out the window and went, what is this? Turned on the news, and it was smoke from one of the California wildfires just come set in the valley. Dana, I missed what's going on with you, but we will keep you in our prayers. Billy, good morning. And then it basically snowed. I woke up one day when I was in Vegas and looked outside, and it was snowing, and it was snowing hard. And I thought, well, that's kind of odd because it's August and it's 115 degrees. And here it was ash. We got about 2 inches of ash on everything. Everybody had to drain their pools because the ash was, you can't have that mixing in with the pool water. And everybody has pools out there. Hey, TMT, good morning. They just basically don't build houses without pools out there. So I know back here it's like rare for somebody to have a pool. Out there it's rare if somebody doesn't have one. So Chewy, it's a bird. Now what are you growling at? I don't even see anything. I don't think you see anything either. Keeping an eye on the neighborhood. Yeah, Janet, it was bad here the last week. We're supposed to it's supposed to cool down this coming week, so. Of course, black coffee. That's the only way to drink it. I'm actually drinking Amish made coffee today, and boy, is it good. Like I don't use it a lot because I want to save it, so it's like a treat. Every now and then I go, okay, I'm going to have some Amish coffee today. LMDMT, have a good day. Granny misses the pool. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I use my pool a lot out there. Yes, black coffee only. Exactly, DMT. Yeah, I never put anything in my coffee. I asked my doctor once, I said, listen, I drink a lot of coffee. Is that bad? And he said, do you drink black coffee? And I said, yeah, that's all I drink is black coffee. And he told me, he said, listen, I don't care if you drink 5 gallons of black coffee a day as long as you're not putting anything in it. So, what are you whining at? I don't see nothing. You losing your mind, Jew? There's a bird over there. So yeah, the doctor was like, drink all the black coffee you want. I don't care. I'm like, all right, cool. So, not that I probably would have cut down if he told me I couldn't eat it anyway. So, your husband's cursing at the drivers. That's funny. Yeah, I'm going to get off of here about 7:30, so I can get dressed and take Miss Reba for a walk. What is that? I think it's the street sweeper. Yeah, Janet, that's how it's hot in my place too. Yeah, it's usually, yeah, 10, 15 degrees hotter, and it's a big metal building that just soaks up all the sun. Oh yeah, I got to take Reba for a walk at least. Oh nope, you heard me say it, didn't you? You got something in your eye, maybe. You got eye yuckies. There you go. There you go, sweetie. So especially since we're going to be gone all day, we got to go for one before we go. Going to go hang out in Amish country with Granny and CUCB Farmer and JD Prepping and Teresa. What's my EDC? Oh, I got a couple of them. Just depends on what I'm going to do that day. I really like my Glock. Hey, there's CUCB Farmer. Not on the road yet. I know Granny's already on the road. I don't know how far it is from Toledo to Mount Hope. I didn't look it up. I'm sure you know, so I'm not worried about it. We have a very low flying aircraft. Huh. Okay. Well, that's kind of odd for this area, but it's about 2.5 hours. Okay. We do have a small little airport here in town, but that was like a Learjet. I don't know who would be here in a Learjet, but who knows? Anyway, usually don't see low flying aircraft around here. Maybe a little, single engine Cessna flying out of that little airport, but so that was kind of odd. But whatever. Oh boy, that coffee's good. Yeah, I still don't smell the smoke, but it doesn't really seem like it's burning off, so it probably actually is smoke and not fog. When I first got on here, I wasn't quite sure, but sun's up and up now. It should be going away. Hey, Dan H., what's up? Everybody's favorite masshole. I may mess around with my Meshtastic thing. Yeah, Mrs. OVP's coming. Yeah, she's coming. She's not awake yet. I woke up a little earlier than I needed to, but that's because I went to bed too early last night, and I don't sleep more than about 7 hours. And I woke up, and it was 5:30, and I went, well, I'm just going to get up. So, no, ACR, I have not tried horsepower coffee. It sounds good, though. Speaking of coffee, I need to send Fernando my address because he has a coffee company, and he was going to send me some samples, and I keep forgetting to send him my address. Watching a crane move a transformer turbine. Huh. Cool. Because I will always try out some new coffee. Yeah. Well, Granny, I won't recognize some of them, like CUCB Farmer and Teresa. I've never seen in person, so but we'll figure it out when we get there. Yeah, I don't know who would be flying around here in a you're a coffee connoisseur. Yeah, I guess so. Me and Vision and a few others. Seems like coffee's kind of a staple of the prepping community. Lots of coffee. So like I'm having some of my Amish coffee today. Boy, it is good stuff too. Like I said, I kind of save it as a treat. I don't use it all the time because I drink so much coffee. I would go through it too fast. I got to grab some more while we're out there today. But like I said, we got to go to Troyer's to the grocery store sometime before we come home anyway. So yeah, I don't think that was a government plane. I mean, I guess it could have been. I don't know what they would have been doing in my little town, but Teresa's a ghost. We can't tell Teresa any secrets. Granny, we're notorious. That's funny. Yes, we must keep secrets from the snitch. Yeah, ACR, we're gonna have a good time. It was just kind of, Granny was coming up here from Florida, and she said, "Oh, we should meet in Amish country." And I was like, "Yeah, sure, that sounds good." And then some other people said, "Hey, we'll come," and we were like, "Yeah, all right, cool." So it just kind of ended up being what it is. So Billy was going to come, but her daughter is having surgery today, and of course, family comes first. So no problem there. But we will catch up with Billy at Vision's Cookout whenever that's going to be. He should have a date for that, I'm thinking, here shortly. Okay, CB Farmer is going to be in a black Stetson cowboy hat. Well, that shouldn't be hard to miss. ACR it is. And if you all get a chance to go meet some of these people, do it. It's not awkward. Like, I started this channel about 2 months before Vision's last bug out weekend. And, of course we went. Y'all know that. But what are you looking at, Julie? But anyway, so we go down there and we thought, I don't know, is this going to be awkward? We've talked to these people online, but we don't know anybody. We didn't know anybody at the time. You got to keep secrets from ACR too? Okay. And it was just like a family reunion. I mean, we just showed up and it was like Norm walking into Cheers, So, I mean, it is not awkward. You're at the hospital now. Okay. Yep. We met Dan H. We sure did. So, yeah, if you get a chance to meet up with some people at an event or something like that, just go do it. Trust me, go do it. You'll be glad you did. Because they're just awesome events and you'll make friends for life. Trust me. Oh, Dana, Billy's daughter is having surgery today, so she is at the hospital with her. Is it? I don't know what kind of surgery. I didn't ask because I'm not that nosy, but hopefully everything goes good. So we'll keep your daughter in mind, Billy. Keep her in our prayers and our thoughts. Yes, exactly. See you, Steve Farmer. Yeah. So otherwise, Billy would be having lunch with us today. But hey, like I said, family has to come first. I understand that completely. Yep, absolutely. Yep. Keep Billy's daughter in your thoughts today and your prayers. And Billy, give us an update sometime along to let us know everything's okay. Hopefully everything goes well. Yep, absolutely. Oh, thanks, ACR. We're not actually that far from Amish country. like I said, it's about, well, let's see, to get to Mrs. Yoder's kitchen, it's probably 45 minutes ish, which is where we're meeting at. So we're actually not going near as far as pretty much everybody else. So, well, Teresa's not, I don't know how far she is from there. Probably not that. She's probably about the same distance the other way. Because I know roughly I know what county Teresa's in. So, oh, you didn't, is that why you didn't make it to Bug Out Weekend last year? Boy, it just seems like there's horrible timing. Drive to the hotel was 3.5 hours, but it went good. That's good. But yeah, Trent is having a cookout sometime in August. Hey, Jay, good to see you. Got switched to a new shift, and you've been on the replays. Well, that's okay. Hey, it happens. I watch actually a lot of replays because there's things I don't catch. So I usually just stick the headphones in and listen to the replays while I'm at work. Keeps me from getting bored. And it's hard to catch everybody's stuff. There's so many of us, and there's so many live streams, and you just can't watch everything. You know, I try to keep up with as much as I can, but it's hard. Oh, see, I understand that completely, CUCB Farmer. Yeah, that's a pretty good haul. We were just kind of planning our trip to Texas in November, because, yeah, we're definitely not driving that straight through. Headphones and head down welding. Yep. Oh, ACR there is. And it's, like I said, it's just hard to keep up with everything. I mean, I try to watch as much stuff as I can, but you just can't watch it all. You can't. Hey, we watched actually the first season of Dutton Ranch. It was pretty good. $15 straight to Bug Out Weekend. Yeah. Oh, ACR. Yeah, there is a Bug Out Weekend in Kerrville, Texas in November. It's hosted by Fernando, God's Prepared Warrior. So if you need any information on that, check out his channel, shoot him an email. Hey, time to get up. Turn that off. Okay. So, I lost my train of thought when my alarm went off. Oh yeah, hit up Fernando, and he can give you all the information. I know it's the weekend of Thanksgiving. It's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So it would be, what is that, Black Friday, and then that Saturday and Sunday. That my alarm is actually, that is the warning signal from the Death Star when they're getting ready to fire that big laser thing. And it is loud and annoying, and it definitely wakes you up. And actually, it's going to go. Oh, no, I turned the other one off already. Okay. Oh, okay, cool. But, yeah, so me and Mrs. OVP and Miss Reba are going to Texas for Thanksgiving, which kind of shocked me, because Fernando's like, you know, when he asked me if I wanted to come and help out and stuff, I was like, well, let me check with Mrs. OVP. And I thought, she's never going to want to go. It's going to be Thanksgiving weekend. You know, we're going to have to leave probably on Wednesday before Thanksgiving. And I thought, she's not going to want to go. But, you know, I thought, I'll ask her, and I run it by her, and she's like, yeah, sure. The kids see us every Thanksgiving. They'll live one time without us. I was like, wow, okay, cool. So anyway, so we're going to Texas for Thanksgiving. But if anybody else is interested in that, hit up God's Prepared Warrior, Fernando. His email is on his channel description. Or if you need it, I can send it to you, whatever. Yes, Rita is definitely a social butterfly. Yeah. Well, it's not that, Dan, it's not that I thought she wouldn't want to go because we would miss Thanksgiving with the family. And, but no, she was like, yep, let's do it. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So I thought I had like zero chance of talking her into that. But no, she was all down for it. I was like, all right, cool. So we were kind of looking at the map and figuring out how far we were going to go one day. And yeah, take care, ACR. Good to see you. And just kind of figuring out our trip for that yesterday. We didn't set anything in stone. We were just kind of browsing at it. Because it's definitely a road trip. I think the map said it was 21 hours, something like that. So we are going to leave on Wednesday and get there on Friday. And then we probably won't be home until Tuesday. So good thing about it is I don't have to take a whole bunch of vacation because we get Thursday and Friday's holidays anyway. And if they do like they did last year, since we work 4/10s, they actually gave us Wednesday, Thursday. We had a 5-day weekend. So if they do that again this year, I'll really only have to take like 2 days of vacation to go all the way down there and back. So I might take an extra one. Who knows? But well, guys, I need to get off of here because it is time for me to start, getting ready, waking Mrs. OVP up and taking Miss Thing here for a walk, although she's passed out on the chair because she said, Dad, we got up way too early today. And we will see you all Sunday night on 0 Hour, except for some of you I will see here in a few hours. So thanks for stopping by, everybody. Have a great weekend. Be safe. Learn a new skill. Do some prepping stuff. Listen to Reba snort. And we'll see y'all later. Thanks for stopping by, everybody. I appreciate it. God bless. And we'll see you all on the next one. I'll probably put out a video of some of our little adventure today. So we'll get that up sometime today. And of course, the Skelly report will come out Sunday. And Skelly is actually going with us. He is in the car ready to go. So we'll see y'all next time.